Right then, gather round you tech-savvy lot and let's have a chinwag about Roku, shall we? Picture it 2002, a time before Netflix binging was even a twinkle in our collective eye. Anthony Wood, a right brain box, had this mad idea, you see. Why not, he pondered, stream films directly to our tellies? See, back then, getting films online was a right faff, like trying to herd cats in a hurricane. Wood, being a dab hand at tech, had already made his brass with a company called Replay D, but this Roku thing, this was different. This, he reckoned, could change everything, and he wasn't wrong, was he? Fast forward a few years and bam! Roku launches its first streaming player in 2008, a sleek little number built in cahoots with those Netflix whiz kids. It was a stroke of genius, really. Suddenly, watching telly wasn't about what the BBC decided to grace us with, but a whole buffet of digital delights. Now, the telly landscape back then was a right dog's dinner, wasn't it? Cable companies, satellite dishes, those dodgy boxes you'd get down the pub. It was all a bit of a headache, really. Roku strolled in and said, right, enough of this nonsense. They gave us a device, simple as a cup of tea, that brought all these streaming services together in one place. No more fiddling about with different remotes, no more squinting at blurry menus. Just pure, unadulterated entertainment at your fingertips. And the best part? It was affordable, mate. None of this daylight robbery you got from the cable companies. Roku wasn't just about making things easier, though. They were also about giving us choice. A proper dog's dinner of content, if you will. Films, telly shows, music, games, you name it. Roku had it. They weren't afraid to shake things up a bit either. Remember those Roku TVs? Yeah, they stuck their streaming tech straight into the telly itself. Cheeky, eh? Now, what makes these Roku gadgets so special then, you might be asking? Well, for starters, they're as easy to use as a kettle. Even your nan could figure it out, bless her cotton socks. You've got your Netflix, your Amazon Prime, your Disney Plus, all the usual suspects lined up like ducks in a row. But hold your horses, because Roku goes above and beyond the call of duty. They've got this thing called the Roku channel, see? Free films, free telly shows, all completely above board. It's like having a bottomless bag of crisps, only without the guilt. Then you've got the voice search, handy if you've had a few too many pints and can't be bothered with all those pesky buttons. And for those of you who like to keep things private, there's a headphone jack on the remote. Perfect for those late-night binge sessions when you don't want to wake the missus. Section 4. Funding frenzy venture capitalists smell success. Now, a company like Roku, with all its fancy features and whatnot, doesn't just grow on trees, does it? It takes a bit of dosh, a bit of lolly, a bit of what my accountant likes to call investment. And boy, did Roku rake it in. We're talking big money here, the kind that makes your eyes water. Venture capitalists, those shrewd cookies, they saw the potential in Roku early on. They were queuing up to throw money at them like it was going out of fashion. And who can blame them? Roku's valuation, it went through the roof. We're talking billions, my friend, billions. It's enough to make your head spin. But that's what happens when you've got a good idea, a bit of luck, and a whole lot of telly addicts just itching to stream their favorite shows. Section 5. Show me the money Roku's revenue streams. All right, Graham, I hear you saying enough with the financial jibber-jabber. How much dosh are these Roku lads actually making? Well, hold your horses, because I'm about to blow your socks off. See, Roku, they're a clever bunch. They don't just flog those little boxes and tellies, oh no. They've got their fingers in all sorts of pies. Advertising for one. Every time you see a little advert pop up on your Roku screen, that's another quid in their pocket. Then there's the subscriptions, remember all those streaming services? Well, Roku takes a little cut every time someone signs up through their platform. It's genius, really. They're practically printing money, and the best part is it's all done with a wink and a smile. No one feels like they're being taken for a ride. Section 6, Roku versus the world, a grudging comparison. Now, I know what you're thinking. Surely Roku isn't the only game in town, is it? And you're right, you clever sausage. There are other streaming devices out there, like that Amazon Fire Stick thingamajig, for instance. But let's be honest, comparing Roku to the competition is like comparing a Rolls-Royce to a Reliant Robin. Both will get you from A to B, I suppose, but one does it with a certain je ne sais quoi, wouldn't you agree? And don't even get me started on those Trustpilot reviews. Roku, they're practically drowning in 5-star ratings. People love them. The other lot, well, let's just say they've had their fair share of complaints. Lagging, buffering, spontaneous combustion, you name it, they've been accused of it. Section 7. Inspired? Subscribe? Join the digital revolution. So there you have it, my friends, the story of Roku. From humble beginnings to global domination, it's a tale of innovation, determination, and a whole lot of telly. Inspiring, isn't it? Makes you want to go out and invent something yourself, doesn't it? Well, maybe not, but it does make you want to grab a cuppa, put your feet up, and stick on a good show, right? And if you're looking for the best way to do that, then look no further than Roku. It's the dog's bollocks, as I always say. Right then, I'm off for a biscuit. If you enjoyed that little chin wag, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, cheerio.